We humans are naturally addicted to four things: air, water, food, and sex. These four things are not wants, but very basic human needs that one can't ignore. These are the four things that our body demands naturally. The human body naturally craves food. The human body naturally craves water. It also naturally craves air. Similarly, after crossing an age threshold, we start getting erections automatically. Our body is naturally programmed for it. We don't tell or force our body to demand sex. It just starts happening by itself. Of course, the frequency at which we need them is different. The frequency at which we need sex is different from the frequency at which we need food, water, and air. But can we do without it? No. If you are a healthy man or woman, your body will occasionally demand that you release. As human beings, we do need it as much as we need our other three natural needs. It is another very vital need of the human body. Therefore, there is no sense in unnecessarily trying to suppress their call, and it will not be a good idea to starve yourself of them. But of course, we need to be disciplined about them at the same time, because too much of anything can be bad. However, the main point is that you can't just ignore your body's natural needs. As humans, we all experience the occasional hankering for sex, and suppressing it is not a good idea because, in your attempt to suppress it, you will create more physical and mental problems for yourself. Just imagine that you feel like peeing. Will you be able to hold it? Or more specifically, how long will you be able to hold it? At one point, it will come out by itself because it is totally impossible to go against the nature of your body. In fact, in your attempt to hold on to it, you will create more stress and frustration for yourself. Moreover, you may create some other physical problems for yourself. So what can you do? Well, the first suggestion that I'll share is to keep yourself away from porn, because it is porn which converts our natural physical urge into a craving or a lust. There's a difference between your body needing sex and you lusting over sex. Occasional urges for sex are very natural, but longing for sex all the time is not. And losing your senses over your need for sex can be harmful. So the very first advice is to keep away from porn. The less skin and body parts you see, the less intense your craving will be. Also, getting pleasure from porn and masturbation is even worse because it messes up the brain's ability to imagine and feel. It makes you socially awkward, it takes your natural zeal away and turns you into an insecure man. So what I would suggest instead is that you better go out and find real women and have real sex. I know it will not be easy because unfortunately our society has created so many complications around sex. Anyway, having said that, there are ways to find a real woman. There are ways to have real sex with real women without troubling others or yourself. Because if you don't, you will either become a victim of the porn industry or be exploited by some devious women, or you will be humiliated by some uninterested women because of your desire for sex. You need to act on an urge. You need to find yourself a solution to your problem. Of course, the first thing to do is divert yourself and try to distract yourself from it, but sometimes it will be on edge and entirely hard to control. And during that time, it will be best to find yourself a solution to your problem instead of stressing about it. You tell me, how does it make you feel when you are hungry and don't get your food? How does it make you feel when you are thirsty and you don't get a glass of water to drink? Tell me how it makes you feel when someone chokes you and cuts the supply of air in your body. The same thing happens when you deprive yourself of sex. Obviously, you can't match their frequency. I only said that at the beginning. But if you are healthy, your body will occasionally demand sex. I also know that many sages advise you to practice celibacy. I agree that it is best if one can do that. But is it possible for everyone to reach that stage where they can put their natural urges or wants in full check? As I said at the beginning, I agree that discipline is important. But I also know that not everyone can fully control themselves. And it is not possible for everyone to go fully celibate. I mean, if one can, that may be the best for him. But what about the others? Thus, instead of suffocating yourself and making yourself stressed, it is better if you find a way to satisfy your urge without troubling anyone or creating any troubles for yourself either. When you give your body a good supply of food, water, and air, it strengthens you, makes you feel good about yourself, and makes you feel relaxed and focused. Whereas depriving yourself of all these things causes stress, frustration, and weakness for you. So instead of complicating it, you better make it easy for yourself. Whenever you feel hungry, go get real food for yourself. Whenever you feel thirsty, go get real water for yourself. When you feel the urge for sex, simply go and find a woman for yourself, but while maintaining discipline, safety, and proper hygiene. And how do you get one for yourself? Well, that is for you to discover when you have a problem. Instead of moping about it, you go out and figure out how to solve it. That is up to you. I just told you that porn and masturbation aren't the answer. They are just harmful substitutes for real sex that the media and corporations have manipulated you into for their own ends. Furthermore, you don't let any of your natural needs become your weaknesses at the same time. There are women out there who have very vicious motives and are ready to prey on you for your natural calls. You better stay away from such women and keep yourself safe from getting into unnecessary issues because of your physical needs. Stay alert and cautious and be safe. Also, don't waste your time going after those who are acting hard and trying to play games with you. You better go to those who are willing to fulfill your needs. Can you remember those Bollywood movies from the 70s and 80s where a landlord used to exploit those poor farmers for money? A helpless farmer who is so poor that he can't afford his own food used to depend on the landlord, and the landlord used to make good use of his helplessness. This is how you boys have started acting these days, like those poor, helpless farmers. In fact, you have been made to act like one through fake, vicious brainwashing perpetrated by mainstream media. Of course, to get sex, you need a female partner, but you do not need to bend yourself down before her and lick her boot. There are women who will act like those landlords from 70s or 80s Bollywood movies. They'll try everything they can to manipulate your needs in their favor. There are women who will try to use and exploit you for your need for sex. There are women who will try to satisfy their egos by making fun of yours for your inherent needs. But you do not need to waste your time with those girls. You do not need to indulge yourself with such narcissistic women who satisfy their own egos by humiliating and mistreating you. I mean, she's not the only woman on this earth. You better pull yourself away from all such leechers and manipulators and find somebody else for yourself who is willing to happily share her body with you and who has no intention of making fun of you, humiliating you, or misusing you for your natural wants. According to statistics, there are 4.5 billion women on the planet, and if you will keep your direction right and keep clarity in your mind about what you are actually seeking, you'll find women for yourself who will very willingly share their bodies with you, who will make love to you. There are ways to arrange one for yourself without troubling anyone. Moreover, be aware of this other reality of this world. Nothing comes for free here, and you only get what you can afford. So be willing to pay the price and only pursue and enjoy yourself with what you can afford. Know your boundaries and limits and be happy with what you can afford. Of course, you can raise your value and your worth to afford better things over time, but just because you can't afford what you want presently, it doesn't mean you should starve yourself and remain frustrated. Keep consuming and enjoying whatever you can and keep working to make yourself more valuable at the same time so you can afford better things in the future, because suppressing your natural needs will not be good for your overall health and well-being. There is even no sense in that. You won't be able to focus and work without fulfilling your basic needs. It will make you more hungry, angry, and desperate. It may also give other people a chance to take advantage of you and your needs. Stop going from restaurant to restaurant begging for food. First, work to afford it, and there is no limit to what you can afford. Keep working to afford better and keep enjoying whatever you can afford in the process. Second, you do not need to unnecessarily complicate things by going to a restaurant that puts a number of rules before you before letting you enter. That is not the only restaurant on this earth. There are plenty. You should look for restaurants that will gladly welcome you and treat you with respect. Moreover, you do not need to waste your time and miss all the fun that you can have waiting for the perfect time to come and for someone special to come into your life, because in reality, nobody is waiting for you. You do not know. Your so-called soulmate may already be having a good time receiving special attention from a number of men, talking and texting with a number of guys, and even partying and having sex with other guys. Only you have been told to stay a fool. only you have been told to stay in control and keep your natural needs suppressed by the media and everyone around you. Of course, I'm not telling you to trouble anyone for your own needs, but you also do not need to keep suppressing them, frustrating yourself. You have reached a certain age. Now find ways to provide food, water, and sex for yourself. Find ways to make ends meet. Find ways to fulfill your needs. Everything is available out there in this world. All it needs is a little daring and courage to go out and start hunting for it. You all have been told a lie very viciously. There is nobody special waiting for you. You are the only truly special person in your life. Start loving yourself. Start caring about yourself. Start respecting yourself. Start putting yourself first. Sex is a requirement of both of the genders. You do not need to feel ashamed of it. After reaching a certain age, both men and women require it. And I'm telling you, you might not believe me right away, but many girls start having sex with men of their choice as soon as they reach that age. Only you naive boys have been told to hold on and stay back. Also, sex is not a reward that you win for your assistance and niceness, as the media always portrays it to you. The media have inculcated a twisted idea of sex in you, turned you into sims of these women, and given an undue advantage to women just for being women and nothing else. You keep on assisting, serving, and coaxing them in hopes of sex. You hope that if you make her feel very safe and special with you, she'll respond to you with sex and stay with you forever. You don't realize that sex or love don't work like this. You don't realize how smart these girls become so quickly. Those same girls you coax in the hopes of future sex may already be having it behind your back and begin acting very prudish and innocent in front of you in order to continue receiving your free attention and favors. It is also very easy for them to break up and move on with their lives. You childish boys keep treating your only friendship as eternal love, whereas they are playing games and making plans in their minds. Stop being a joke and listen to me. You better grow up now. Grow up from a boy into a man. Give up all your fake movie-like dreams. Know the reality of this world and start acting accordingly. Instead of chasing after false dreams and wasting your time serving, assisting, and coaxing women, you should learn to set things up for yourself and work hard to make your dreams, wants, and goals come true. Being a man, you need to earn everything through your efforts, and you will get only what you deserve. You better stop building any castles in the air and stop holding any unnecessary expectations. You don't lose your peace of mind for anyone. You don't waste your time waiting for anyone, because in fact nobody is waiting for you. You don't coax or enslave anyone because you don't need to in the first place. It is not going to make any difference. It will only make you lose respect, not only in others' eyes, but in your own too. Instead, realize your true potential and your true value. You are a man, so learn to act like one. Learn the realities of this world. Know these true truths about men. First, nobody gives a damn about your emotions. Second, as a man, everything in your life depends on your value. This world doesn't owe you anything. No woman owes you sex. Nobody owes you any favors or rewards. Sex with a woman depends on whether she wants to have sex with you or not. Your feelings and sycophancy are not going to change anybody's mind, and all of your life's rewards and achievements will be determined by how much value you can create around yourself, and you must build and earn it all on your own. Be both book smart and street smart. Learn to be swift. Learn to organize your own life and meet your own needs by using your own smarts, intelligence, and hard work. Don't give anyone the opportunity to mistreat you or humiliate you. Don't get exploited by anyone. Don't lose your self-worth and respect for anyone or anything. Stop getting fooled by anyone. Stop begging for things. Stop ruining your life for anyone. Instead of grieving over your life situations, start finding solutions to your problems. And instead of expecting anything from anyone, get up, go out and start earning and arranging things for yourself through your own efforts, smarts, and intelligence. This world is unfair to men, especially if you are an unaware and weak man. Everybody around you is ready to use a weak man for their own advantages. You are on your own. You need to destroy your weaknesses. Be cautious, work hard, be smart, level up, and build a life for yourself despite all the adversities around. A man doesn't get on his knees for anyone or anything. A man doesn't ask for permissions. A man doesn't entice others to give him favors. Men don't crave, men don't cry, men don't beg, and men don't complain. A man only fucks, builds, and conquers. You just stay true to who you are and what you were made for. Go out and start taking care of your needs. Besides, Keep enjoying your present, whatever you can afford today, and at the same time, keep working hard to elevate your worth so you can afford better in the future. Everything in your life as a man is dependent on the value you can create for yourself.